An arena game. We got a pretty nice table here. Ondas, Zivok, and Tensor. All very strong players. I don't see any sandwich events, but I do see the towns late, which kind of makes me want to just toss in time travelers and see what happens. I don't think that they're particularly strong here, but they're not awful, question mark. Eh, sure, why not? Okay, so we've got goats picked into seat two. Goats are an, maybe a sneaky good round one towns faction. Um, don't know how realistic that is. Got some fun city living happening over here. Um, I think that I got some feedback that people might enjoy seeing a different layout. So once I figure out who I'm bidding on, I will try to set up our player board so that we can maybe see everything. Now that I'm on a more consistent, maybe deliver a more consistent stream experience. With the sandwich, I think goats are just kind of an easy instinctive pick, given the color sandwich that we're finding ourselves in. Okay, that shortens my time frame a little bit in terms of where I need to think again. So I think that you probably just want to open Earth 1, Earth 2 as goats here. At least Darklings are in the middle. Yeah, I mean, Darklings are much stronger here than like mermaids or time travelers, so it's good for them to be in the center. But it's not great that goats are in like this overall. Um, Darklings, what do you do here? Do you start with the priest or do you start with the spade? I think that there's a case that the priest is the best. Um, I haven't played that much goats. I tend to struggle with taking too much leech as them, um, and then finding issues scoring. But this is like not an incredible track that screams like, oh, this one faction is going to dominate here. Especially with mermaids. Like, if mermaids didn't have darklings in the game, then they might be like a great candidate for round three shipping. But honestly, like this is pretty odd looking. It's gross to have goats in a clean wheel, maybe. I'm trying to figure out where the towns go here as goats. You have one obvious one like up here in the east. You have one obvious one here in the center, and then I know that the traditional wisdom is you just have to like count on your economy to carry you through to figure out the rest of it. But like, do you advance digs and try to come down here for a town, or do Darklings take this away? You can't get F2. Mermaids will take this. Maybe you just try to like spend a lot of digs to come up here, like, and just take 3 hexes or something, or I don't know. It depends on how fast our opponents get shipping this game. Are time travelers really the second best faction? Are Darklings really not better than time travelers here? I think that Darklings are not that bad. We probably just start in the east and we try to dig through here. The 6 coins and the 2 workers tiles are, neither of those two are in the game, which is pretty tough for Darklings. Darklings definitely look better than time travelers. The one thing that's good for time travelers is round 6 towns, but given the color wheel, I'm not sure that they're going to find it that easy to make that town. Yeah, time travelers might struggle to even make like more than 2 towns this game. You probably get one of these 2 red hexes from goats, and then you probably get like a bridge time. Maybe you like come over here to the east to have an easier time making a town here, but then and then you try to beat darklings up north. But it's pretty rough trying to make that third town, I think, for time travelers. You don't like time travelers with black? Yeah, I mean, I think that like halflings and cultists are pretty fine with black, but time travelers really struggle with their spades and stuff. So time travelers will struggle enough just to get there too. That's kind of how I feel too. Yeah, and like you might want to make those towns a little early just to get the economy you need to keep going. If this had been like a yellow faction, life could have been a lot cleaner, but like the round 6 TPs I really do like for goats. I was talking about Earth 1, Earth 2. I think that you get handed probably worker power or this cult bump. I'm now thinking that maybe Fire 1, Earth 2 is better for goats, but missing out on Earth 1 is a real bummer. Obviously, I'm thinking all this with like the idea that getting this cult spade is very valuable. Earth 1 will be good this game. It's a little light on scoring, and it's like not obvious that we'll be able to find an easy 4th town for goats. Darklings. Do you ever start C1 here as Darklings? You don't, right? You just have to start E5 and then maybe hope to grab C2 or something. And just try to get the maximum leech that you can. Maybe even like take F1 if time travelers hang it. It's such an ugly color wheel. I don't really know what to make of it. You don't love Earth 1 for mermaids? I don't love it either. And then what? You just bust out the sanctuary in round 2 or something? Like just go early sanctuary for goats, build up super tall, and just count on your economy to blast through everything. The track is totally fine and there are 3 scoring passes. Yeah, but there's something like exceptionally cool about the track, you know? This is like one of like the more boring tracks that you could have. This round 3 shipping is sometimes cool if you have like a faction that could really profit off of shipping, but I think it's like with these pass tiles, with no temp ship, with no 6 coins, with no 2 workers, it's kind of hard to like get that really bursty economy that you might want. Other than the dwellings, I think that this game plan is very anti-synergistic with mermaids, like overall, like this track and this stuff. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying about Earth 1. I'm just saying that like usually I love like the extra economy when like it's very clear how I'm going to make lots of points with it. But to me it's like not as obvious like how we're going to make tons of points this time. It's also not obvious that like Darklings are amazing or anything here. Like you have this one nice town over here in the east, and then maybe you get C2 and you make a town in the center. After that, it's like it's not clear how you connect. It's not clear about shipping. Maybe it's fun to start B5 and hope that mermaids join you on C4, but it's tricky when this hex isn't green. Mermaids are more likely to cut you off at A8 than to join you on C4. Would you ever start double east here as Darklings? That's got to be bad, right? The center action has to be pretty good. I don't love surrendering this many points. Do you think time travelers are the 40? I think mermaids might be the 40. Just because the lack of neighbors is an issue. But I get what you're saying for time travelers too. Like it's not obvious that they have like a great place to... Like the economy for time travelers just looks rough. What do you get? You get worker power? Or how should these pastiles go? You'd be slamming H4 mermaids here? Maybe. McStebs, what's up? Finally getting back into TM after years off. And pumped to finally catch a stream. Well, unfortunately, you're not going to see great play here, because this is one of those color wheels where I don't really have a clear game plan. God, can I play mermaids here? Like, what is the game plan as mermaids? What do I do here? I mean, darklings have to be better than time travelers at least, right? Like, this just looks like so many points, but like with the power level of these factions and just like how awkward and swingy Terra Mystica can be, like I think goats can definitely still win out of this position. You've played time travelers versus black a few times and it always feels like you're in a sandwich. Yeah, like your lack of easy spades is just so hard because you can't guarantee yourself double dig in round one, and that's always hard to deal with. Um, I mean, I think that as goats, you should get the priest, or you should get the, um, or you should get this cult step, or you even get the spade. Like, those are all incredibly good pass styles. So you have no clue what the fan factions even do. The time travelers are a cool faction, and their only notable ability is that they score not this round, but they score the two events that surround that round. So like they in round one they wouldn't score for towns, they would score for TPs and for digs. Um, Time travelers don't even have any good cult rewards. They can't really get this Earth Spade. Um, Goats can get that Earth Spade, which is nice. Yeah, even the cults are saying goats. God, would I dare to put another point on goats? I don't think I would. Like, can you ever get this neighbor on like over here in the west as mermaids? Goats have a crazy ability where all their dwellings are 2 strength. They're a little more expensive, but they're worth 2 strength, so you can build a town with just only dwellings. Um, they also leech more efficiently, or they leech really big early because of that as well. I don't want to play this color wheel. I just don't. Yeah, alright, so time travelers we know will struggle with econ. Maybe mermaids are good here, and we dig what, like C3, F4 in round one? We start H4 or something. It's just, this is just not a very good town spot though over here, is it? You struggle with neighbors here on H4. And also you let darklings run wild over here in the west. Darklings will struggle for neighbors, but then they can ship up here faster for a town. Kind of ready to just go for mermaids. I don't know, I kind of like the leech that time travelers will get a little more than the situation for mermaids. Mermaids, we just get worker power and we just double dig in round one, right? No, I mean I think I'm still starting F2. Maybe I don't start D5. Is that the thing? Like you have to play D5 to get these neighbors, right? And that like getting up in this business also hurts brown and black if you can control the north. All right, I'm. I don't think I'm playing H4. I think I'm just doing the usual mermaid stuff. This color wheel sucks. It does, Fatty. I entirely agree. Anyway, time travelers, like I was saying, they have one big advantage, which is that they are in a very privileged position in terms of leech. How does this change things? Well, I think this is very, very good for goats. Um, And this is also very, very good for time travelers. Actually, I'm a little envious of time travelers now. All right, darklings take the priest. They're going to play a cult game. We're going to just take this spade. All east, sad times. Yeah, it is sad times. Goats have potential to get so much leech that they actually do wind up making this town in round 1 without sacrificing like their whole game. What was the expectation? I think that my expectation was not e10, but rather e5. Honestly, maybe I should have quickly placed g6. G6 might not have been that bad compared to e4 here. Time travelers just start with 2 power, and they immediately hand double dig to the goats. What is going on here? I think I take e5. Zevok trying to figure out if he wants the priest or if he wants to just save his power for now, or if he wants to double dig. There's just so many options. Do goats want it? Double dig? I agree. It's not clear that they actually want double dig. Time travelers aren't getting the power to double dig, right? Can I take single dig and just take c3 and then, or single dig on e5 followed by dig here? I think crunching time travelers is good because then I get this neighbor when they come to f3 anyway. Like, it's actually a good thing for me to take this hex. I'm not sure about giving time travelers double dig though. Maybe it's inevitable that they do wind up with it, but goats might be able to start sanctuary plus temple. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty absurd amount of leech right now. I also wonder if there's a chance that I get blocked off of Fire 1. I think it's possible that I get blocked off of Fire 1. Oh, I have heard about people having issues with Chrome, and it might be finally hitting me. Darklings still haven't even upgraded yet? Yeah, pretty absurd, right? Alright, let's grab this hex. This hex gives us the best odds at getting a little bit of leech off of time travelers. Yeah, actually, goats should have almost no issue going Sanctuary Temple here, right? They're gonna get that cult spade. So it's not hitting you yet? It's not hitting me yet? Okay. Obviously, like, I've heard that a lot of people are having major issues, so. Let's secure our copy of Fire 1. Honestly, I think that Darklings are much more likely to take Earth 2 anyway. I'm probably not that concerned, but... Oh, okay, I would barely be able to do anything if it were actually hitting. That's fair enough. Yeah, Zevaka's done the math. Alright, do I take a quick round here? Maybe I just take a quick round here. Oh, time travelers are done. So they'll pass for either dwelling scoring or the cult step. Can I explain why I'm worried about Fire 1 this game? Yeah, I think it's kind of a low coin game. I mean, basically, here's the thing, right? Time Travelers already took Fire 1. They have incentive to try to win the Fire Cult because they start on 2 steps on the Fire Cult already. So that's a big reason why I was thinking that Time Travelers might want Fire 1. Darklings, like, Darklings admittedly should probably take Earth 2. Especially because it looks like they're not going to play a heavy shipping game. However, like they could always use Fire 1 in a wheel like this. And goats, because priests are so good for them, they usually start double temple, so they're almost always going to be taking like some sort of economy, and like that economy being, like it would make a lot of sense for that economy to be Fire 1. Goats like benefit a lot from they don't benefit a lot from having trading posts up, so a lot of the time they want Fire 1. Especially in a game like this where TPs are late anyway, I don't expect goats to build many TPs. They're going to want Fire 1. But with like coins action and stuff, they might be able to avoid it. Alright, bit of a question now. Should we be taking the ship scoring or should we be taking the dwellings? The ship scoring gets us a little bit of fun because it will... What's good about ship scoring? It'll bring our power-ups that were closer to a coins action. However, I think that dwelling scoring is probably just a little better here. I have a chance at getting out of ship scoring round 3, and that's probably where it'll really be useful for us. I gotta take a move. Yeah, I do gotta take a move. Sorry. I've been pretty slow this game. Yeah, so Darklings do go for Earth 2. That makes plenty of sense. Goats probably just take Earth 1 here. Of course they want Earth 1 because of the Earth Spade. That's no surprise. Have you asked me what my favorite pizza topping is? I don't think you have. Honestly, like my favorite pizza is generally supreme. I like, you know, that combination of mushrooms, sausage, like green peppers, onions. Like it's a great combination, but it's not a single pizza topping, so that doesn't directly answer the question. I like pineapple as an individual topping as well. Yeah. The question is here, do I dig F2 or do I just advance ship and dig C1? Maybe advance ship and dig C1 is the way, right? Man of culture. Yeah. All right, let's advance our shipping and we'll just dig and build C1. Time Travelers advance their shipping. They're coming down to H5. That makes lots of sense. Goats can probably just afford to send priest to air before they do anything. They just secure E9. Okay, that's fine too. Darklings got the coins, no surprise there. I should be getting some decent leech on D4, which is good. That means that next round I should be able to open with coins action. I wonder if Andis will steal this from me. He might. What a jerk. Just bumps Earth track, okay. Kind of want to just grab B3 actually. And then that would force Andis to build a round like this. Yeah, I think B3 might be better than C1 for now, because I can still get my ship up to 3. I should be passing first like always here. This hex will be faster to get leech as well, and C1 is very useful for a town if it does happen, but it hasn't yet happened, so. Okay. Let's open this game in a separate tab. And in this tab, we are going to convert our layout. So I believe that we go to points, points, points. That's all that we're going to worry about for the rest of this game. We're just going to worry about points. Okay. Customize our layout. Okay, so I believe it was stated that it might be useful to be able to see everyone's individual player boards. So can we take these boards and shrink them? Make them just small enough to fit. Here's. And all that's missing, okay, so the town tiles are not as visible. The cult track doesn't need to be this big, right? We can shrink the cult track a little. And then the pass tiles now fit up here. Favor tiles can be shrunk. And the town tiles. Okay. We're almost there. I think we're almost there. Ondas got the power to single dig, which I think is what he was really looking for. And darklings are going to bridge up for their town. Okay, so I irresponsibly haven't tried to cut darklings off of the east, so this represents a chance to get a third town up here in the north. Surely Zevak is going to build D4, right? Surely he must be. Try and make this guy a little smaller. Put it right there. This guy a little smaller. Put it here. Sanctuary is better than building D4. Oh man, you're right. This is brutal. Yep, this is brutal. Well, he will build D4. He's already secured Water 1, which is hilarious. Yeah, 3 temples instead of Sanctuary. Yeah, because that preserves this income. Goats have like 5 power income or something coming off of here. Belongs are so bad compared to just building up. Yeah, he also never took Fire 1, which is. Oh wait, he took Water 2 instead of Water 1, so that's also fun. Yeah, all right, we need to take these coins. Darklings aren't up in our business, so we should be able to build 1, 2, 3, 4 dwellings easily. We'll probably just leave H2 hanging, or maybe H4. H4, one reason that it's kind of nice to build H4 is that time travelers will want to upgrade here at some point to make this bridge town. we might as well have H4 so that they give us the leech instead of goats and darklings. So a lot of the time I would prefer to deny leech, but I think that in this case it's probably useful to get this. Oh god, we are so slow. Time travelers might have to, like, many times save this X. Other hot take is, do we need to advance our shipping? Should we just hard dig C1 and then build 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes here? No, we shouldn't, because we're short on workers. That would take 4 of our workers. That was a dumb idea, but worth considering nonetheless. If anyone is watching and has opinions on the appearance, by the way, of the layout, let me know. Like, I don't know what everyone thinks of the layout, so. Wonderful plays, you think it's better? Okay, it's good to know. Don't know if other people agree. Mixed stabs, you also like it better? Okay, fine. Cool, it's probably here to stay. I will probably have to try to save this. I think some of it needs to move a few pixels. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get like a big picture idea of like, is this like the layout that makes it easiest for people to see? Faction boards aren't aligned. Yeah, I know. We're just obviously trying to get some visibility for now. We can putz around when it's okay. Hannes just turns this guy yellow. It would be a hilarious troll move for Zevok to just take G2 anyway. Like, there's nothing really stopping him from doing that, but presumably he wants to set up another town instead. Now, I mean, this hex does get him over to the west. Like, it's not useless to him. It would be 2 digs for 2 hexes, but D4 C2 has got to be a better route, and I am so hungry for that leech. Gotta love connecting through E8 on one ship. Yeah, I mean, that's like fun. E8 is the way. The problem is that you need to get down here anyway, right? And you probably do want to access these western grays. I don't know, I obviously haven't played a ton of goats. Okay, so they've given this neighbor. It's probably time for me to get in as well then. You don't care about getting to the southeast as goats, fair enough. But you do, like, even getting to the west, right, it does require some work to get there. 3 ship connect is painful. Yeah, goats don't particularly like to pay for shipping. That's fair. Darklings probably want to build 2 more dwellings and then they get onto this pass tile. Do we really care about that pass tile? We need to build probably at least 2 more dwellings, right? Or at least 1 more dwelling this round. I'll build A4. If the goats do come over here, then like I probably will just dig F2, but honestly, like, just letting goats come in here is not so bad for me. Oh, thank God. All right, we do need to consider if it's time for us to pass here. So if we pass, we get onto this dwelling VP tile, and then we're also in good position to pass in the future, right? There are two good benefits to this. One of the benefits is that when we pass, we're going to get onto this dwelling VP tile, and that's already points. The other is that we actually have a better chance of getting water 1 this way. we also have like plenty of workers. It's really TPs that, or like, yeah, we have plenty of worker production already. It's really coin production and just coins in general that we need more. And I think that we do want Water 1 because we already got locked out of the Earth 1 race. So I think that passing here is good. Um, like I said, we're really playing a game for points. So, well, okay. So what's the upside of staying in the round? If we stay in the round, we could make a TP and a dwelling. Now that is better for our economy, but it's like 3 points, right? Or it's like 2 coins, really, and 2 points. I think this is just a little bit better. We'll probably go like Sanctuary 1 TP this coming round. All right, let's get the final bit of alignment going on here. I guess we shrank the cult board a little more than we needed to. These pass tiles just deserve to be wider than the cult board, honestly, because like it's more important to be able to click on them nicely. But because of the way that everything is shaped, it's just hard to find exactly the right space for that. Wow, God, this is so painful that darklings or goats are getting this coins action. This is just so painful. Could you really not afford to hard dig that, buddy? I mean, darklings should clearly get that, I think. Darklings are on the shipping tile, and now they're going to get a coins action, which is just delightful for them. Ondos, why did you do this? Why have you done this? He's going to make 2 TPs now and make a town. I guess? Does he want to make a TP? Does he want to just take Fire 1 or something? I don't know what's going to happen here. Like, it's his temple scoring round, but he definitely doesn't want to make a temple. I've sent 0 priest to cult, so maybe I should just snag this spot while it's still here, right? I'm not in a rush to make a town. Yeah. I'm in no rush. I'm paying like not nearly enough attention right now. What's going on? As suspected, like we're in a very, very crappy leech spot. As suspected, darklings are playing a fairly culty game, but the culty game is really hurting goats, I think. Actually, it's not really hurting goats that much, right? Goats can probably still win 2 of these cults. But like I never really like taking the 2 key town that much as goats. Who do I have winning right now? I think I have darklings winning. Darklings should have decent network. Like they probably have better economy than I do. They have no issues connecting, unless goats, I guess, spike cut them off of F7. And like them getting gifted that coins action, I think was a huge swing in the game. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to build dwellings, TPs for sure, but I need to be prepared to hard dig F2 when the time comes. The single spade is gone, which is actually quite annoying. But I think goats are coming to I6, G1 this round. Darklings I expect to make a few TPs this round and set themselves up to temple. Next round is when they want to temple for water 1. Actually, I talked a big game about taking F2 because, like, I'm talking about it as if it's my town spot, but is it really still my town spot? Like, is talking about that really just like a way? Oh wow, yeah, goats aren't even coming here yet. Yeah, I'll probably like maybe I hard dig F2 on a later round. Wow, time travelers got the leash that they needed to temple. So, did they get water 1 or are they taking fire 2? They're on the TP tile, so this is like that is a blow against Darklings that I don't think that Darklings needed to should have expected to get water 1 blocked there, but that's probably good news for me. Earth 2 and no fire 1 is bad for goats. I agree. I don't think that this is necessarily a great spot for goats. Oh, I have a town coming. I'm going to decline taking this town for the moment because I haven't thought about what I want to do with it yet. I think I want to build 2 more dwellings for sure. And then maybe next round I just temple air 1. I say I delay the town. I mean, I meant delay it until, like, when I think about it, right? Like, I think that in reality I just want to take an 8-pointer. We all know I'm taking the 8-pointer, yeah. I just didn't want to, like, figure out, like, any math at that moment, but I'm pretty sure I'm taking the 8-pointer here. I don't really see any reason to take another town. Also, do I really want this TP pass tile? I'm not sure I want that TP pass tile because I think I might be templing next round. I think I might just build 2 dwellings here and not worry about passing so fast. Then I can still get onto the spade. I have an outside shot at getting onto the Darklings pass tile. And yeah, I just think that I would rather get 2 points off of building these dwellings. The one thing about passing that's attractive is that I would probably get the coins action. It doesn't look like anyone's going to give time travelers the coins action, but I kind of want to just build my economy here. And then I'll worry about my pass tile after that. I probably get like this points tile. And I have an outside shot at getting onto the good pass tile for the dwelling BP, so... Do I have any chance at losing that town at this moment? I don't. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, goats might just be winning this game. Like, goats should win network outright, right? Like, goats should almost certainly win network. They have both the scoring favors. They're doing quite well in the cults. But they're not, like, crushing the cults. And they don't have a ton of points. And not having a ton of points has bit goats in the past before. Like, I've really struggled, as I think I've already mentioned that, I've struggled in the past with over-leeching as goats. And that's definitely a risk. Ooh. If you're Darklings here, do you ever intentionally just cut off goats right now? Because that's like a bold move to make that move instead of just securing I-10 first. Let's not comment on other players' games for the moment. Let's focus on ours. I think I'm actually taking a power town. As crazy as it sounds, I think I might be taking a power town here. Darklings always make another TP here. In fact, they might make 2 more TPs here, so... Yeah, so Zevok is getting Wow. Man, I don't know that I would have floated I-10 there. I mean, darklings are going to leave it. Like, this is better leech for Zevok as well. So yes, this is like slightly better. It's annoying for darklings, but darklings have no priest. Yeah, but darklings can 5 power priest. I might do that out of spite, but honestly, I wouldn't do that because it would bust my economy, right? Does taking a priest town help us at all? It doesn't. So the thought process, right, is that if we pass now and we take a power town... Oh, wait. Ondas got the power for this. Huh. Okay, in that case, we're probably just taking the 8-pointer now, right? Okay. Let's take the 8-pointer and we'll just pass on to this coins tile. I mean, to be fair, Ondas has secured his 2 round 6 towns, which I think was his goal, so... And does Air 1 make any sense for us? Also, are goats getting a 4th town? There's some bridge pressure in this game. You think that goats will get a town through B2? These 4 hexes up here, that would be something to see. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digs. But they can, I mean, just look at their workers, right? They can't afford those digs. Yeah, I think it's hilarious, but I think that might actually happen. You're right. They need a mother load of coins right now. Speaking of being short on stuff, how about darklings? They really need stuff. Maybe I should cut them off of A8. Okay, so passing early is very good here. What I most need is I need to get neighbors. Unfortunately, goats will sit on this pass tile, but it doesn't need to be the end of the world. Alright, I think our first action is priest to air. Just grabbing that last priest spot I think is pretty good. We priest to air, we bump, we dig F2, and then we pass. Maybe we air 1 as well, actually. This code economy is hilarious, yeah. No, it's amazing. It is pretty amazing. And like, look at this. They formed 3 towns, but they have like, they're behind me by 30 points. They have more points than me in the end game, and I guess they're on this pass tile, but it's actually not. The only thing that they can do now is go for this 4th town, right? Like, they would probably prefer to cut through here for a town, but okay, they're stalling, having a very long round. Makes it very hard for me to get on that pass tile. Ondas probably should just lock up I7 and then figure out where to go from there. 4 TPs built in round 6 with 20 workers. Love it. Let's use the cult bump on fire. I can use it on air. And I will temple for air 1. Zevok has not advanced his digging yet, by the way. Nor has he built any TPs. Darklings will put a priest to fire. The A10 town, so many options, yeah. I really hope that they don't go for A10 town because that really helps Darklings out. Because Darklings are desperately needing their 3rd town, right? Like, they're almost out of stuff to do. Darklings are also threatening a pass here for sure. Should I just be templing air 3 now? Or fire 3 now at this point? Air 1 is guaranteed to be good, so like that probably stays, that air 1. Darklings are out of priests, so that's also worth noting. They have 3 priests to come over here in the north, but it's going to be hard to make a town. I definitely have a lot of incentive to cut off their town at A8, because if they come to B4, then I can just dig A8 and make and I get myself a neighbor, which is nice. The town that goats really want is A9 through D6. Yeah, they have a lot of options, don't they? But yeah, they only have 4 more structures. Like, realistically, they can place, 4 more structures this game, right? So they need to be very careful not to waste any of them. I do think that that's probably true. And I'm thinking that I might just want to take these 2 hexes for network purposes. They're network purposes and they're neighbor purposes, right? Or is it just passing here? It might just be time to pass. Like, I'm the only player who doesn't have Earth 1. I'm not really in strong network contention. Maybe I beat Time Travelers, but they have 3 native browns still. Alright, what if we just secure a bridge? We bridge and we take F2. Like, I'm saying lots of stuff, but really we should probably just pass. What's going to happen passing-wise here? Ondas needs to make his TPs. This is his TP round. He might as well make 3 TPs. You don't think we have a second town, TBH? I disagree. I think we can force this town out for sure. We can definitely force this out. We need to make TPs next round no matter what. So I think that there's no reason not to make them in a position where we make towns. We can also temple fire 3 here and then TP or something, but that's probably not. That's probably like a we shouldn't care situation. But like, who wants a bridge? If I take F2, Ondas definitely wants a bridge. Does he get the leech to do so? He might. But if he bridges, then I just pass. I don't think Zevok is going to come across and take f2 this round, but he could. No, he really has no reason to, because if he builds 4 more structures, he really wants those in a town. Like, that's his path to scoring, so... But I guess there's a valid question of, is bridging really better than just a coins action? Alright, let's take this X. Shit, I didn't realize I ran out my clock. You're going to go on record and say you really don't like this line? Yeah, I don't love this line either, especially after Tensor passed, right? Like, I think I basically, like, just got way too into my head. Tensor's going to get the coins action, so I can just take the bridge next round, so... Zevok has still not advanced his digging. I think I should leave myself enough to take a 2-for-1. I think that there's every chance that that Tensor is going to take the bridge or the coins, so I should leave myself open to taking 2 2-for-1s. No Fire 1 goats is a pain, yeah. Oh wait, Ondas can just take I6 for his town, can't he? Yeah, he should be fine. Also, Fatty, as far as your you don't like this line stuff goes, what's wrong with passing for where we have neighbors? I think you're completely right, yeah. I think you're completely right that this was probably not an ideal line for for mermaids here. Because the TP tile is much better, right? I don't have Earth 1, so I have lots of reason not to like be too concerned with trying to stay in this round. Zevok hilariously still has not advanced his digging, and he made a temple instead of a TP, which is incredible. He's not going to be able to place Air 1. He just wants the big coins tile at this point, I guess. Or, wait, is actually the priest hilariously is still more stuff for him outright, so that's still pretty funny. What was wrong for passing our coins action, placing TPs where we have neighbors? Yeah, nothing was wrong with that. Nothing was wrong with that line at all. The issue is that I am not good at Terra Mystica. Alright, so there's... I don't think we can count on getting A11 unless we're very, very kind to Darklings and let them get this town. Worker powers a tiny bit more resources for goats. Funny. Am I crazy for thinking that we should try to cut off darklings here? Just take A8 if we have a chance. Also, God, we talked trash about Honda's game, but he's going to beat us, isn't he? He can temple for points. Okay, never mind. He just blew all his workers on this. That doesn't make his... Alright, so Hondas has one more town coming. He's going to get down to, like... Take another worker town. Build... So he has 3 more structures coming. He's going to get down to 4 structures. We should probably be able to beat that. I don't think he should build another TP. He should probably just take fire 2. I don't know why he took that leech either. You think I'm never beating darklings here? You could definitely be right about that. Yeah, they're on a TP pass tile. Like, they have Earth 1. They're crushing the cult and they're beating my network. Yeah. And I can't really do anything about goats. Like, whatever they're gonna do, they're just gonna do. So I don't know. I don't really regret taking this town. Goats did advance their digs at some point. God, but I still want to take this hex so bad. I just want to so bad. What happens if they get this town? If I take this hex, then they stronghold, right? Do they have 2 dwellings left on the board? No, if I take this hex, their town is dead. But that's a question for a different time, I think. I'd probably never get a neighbor here. This is fine. Huh. Well, this is interesting. I don't know what this is. I really don't know what this is. What did time travelers do? They got to 3 shipping. They're going to starve me on H3. Okay, so they have 1, 2, 3 hexes left, right? Darklings are ready to build A8. So if I wanted to kill them, it would have to be now. But as people have said, it probably doesn't really kill them anyway. These priests can probably also just go to cults while I'm just waiting and hanging out here. Oh, I think... You know what I think I should have done? I probably should have just hard dug and taken a workers' town. Now I definitely have some regrets. Because I think that if I hard dig I2 and then get a workers' town... Because Ondas is probably going to take a workers' town now when he temples for fire 2. Nope, okay, so he took this hex first. Okay. This makes Darkling's town a little bit harder. Because now they need... I think this might have killed Darkling's town unless they get a lot of leech. Okay. Yeah, let's take that workers' town. Is this really better than 11 points? Maybe not. Man, this sucks. I really want this workers' action, but... I think that the plan is I hard dig like this. So, what's going through my head right now, right, is I really want to both build a dwelling and make a TP. And I think that happens if I get the leech for a workers' action. But if I make a TP here, which is what I really want to do, then I give Ondas the leech that he needs to take a workers' action. He really wants a workers' action. So I think what I need to do is stall like this. And then hopefully Ondas's only move is that he'll have to take a workers' action. It's not... Oh, damn it. He got the leech anyway. Yeah, fuck. I should have just made a TP, but what's more important, this dwelling or the... Well, we probably just grab this priest now, right? The priest is, it's useful. Like, time travelers can't really fight me if I send priests. He's gonna temple fire too, so I can send priests to like water, and like priest to earth, priest to air are guaranteed money. Zevok is catching up in points quickly. Yeah, that's not surprising, right? Like, so in hindsight, probably should have just taken the 11 points. Also, did Zevok take a lot of expensive leech this game? He never, I don't think Zevok ever took more than a 3 for 4 this game. Or 4 for 3, however you want to call it. Call me crazy. I think you're going to call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure that by giving me this leech, time travelers have enabled me to both make a TP and build a dwelling. The question is just, is that actually better than just building a dwelling and putting a priest to Earth? I think the answer is it, because I would have to take 3 points of leech. I would take F3 and B2, right? So I would take 3 points of leech. I would build a TP, and the TP is where it's 7 points minus 1, so that's 4. 4 points from the TP, basically. This is like plus 4 points for me. But I also give up a resource point, so it's plus 3, and I give up 2 points on the Earth track versus Ondus, which is, so it's really only plus 1. It's only useful for me against time travelers. But maybe that's just worth it. Or it's not worth it for me against anyone except time travelers, rather. I think I decline this. Oh wait, I tied Darklings Network. That's pretty solid. Now, Darklings are still just many, many points in front of me, but... What happened to the last Darklings Priest? It went to the water cult to close out water. Wow, that seems like quite a misstep in hindsight, doesn't it? There's the 11 pointer for time travelers. Well, Fatty, you were definitely right, I think. I think I should have just passed for the TP tile. But I mean, I got 9 points of network this way. I really didn't expect to be getting 9 points of network, so I don't know if I regret it that much, honestly. I think I was just screwed anyway. What's happening outside? I live in a big city with the window open. It's there's always something going on outside. So did goats win? I don't think that they beat darklings here, right? Maybe they did. And it looks like we are, unfortunately, we're last. Or did we manage to tie on us? I think we might have tied time travelers. Pretty ugly, though. Oh, we beat time travelers by a single point. All right. So goats managed to win without the fourth town, which makes sense. 30 workers, 0 coins might be the new meta, yeah. I mean, they are just a crazy faction, right? And also getting everything that they wanted is pretty crazy. The double East Darklings obviously helped matters, I think. That was obviously not a guarantee that they would get double East Darklings, but they did. Yeah, this was not ideal. Tensor played a 7-minute game, by the way. That's pretty impressive. As expected, like these two factions just really struggled. So if we don't go for this town, right? We took a hard dig here. Maybe we take the single dig. We grab C4. We take A11. But are we ever beating darklings? That's the real question, right? Like it's still important to see like can we actually beat darklings? We take -7 points. Do we beat darklings network? Because then they probably just get down A7, right? Or maybe they still don't get A7. We save ourselves 3 coins. We get a bunch more points off the TP. I don't think that we're beating darklings either way. And we did eke out time travelers, so it probably didn't make too much of a difference. Time travelers, in fact, get better because they get to bridge for their town instead of blowing all their workers on I6. I helped myself by bridge blocking time travelers on F2 to H2. If I had managed to get that workers action, that could have made things really nice. I would have gotten like 1 less resource point, 2 less cult points, so -3. But then I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -1, so 6. So it would have been +3 points. I don't know. There wasn't too much that would have swung like this many points, I think. So, all right. I don't think I have any reason to really be too sad about this. Yeah, oh well. All right, that's that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. We'll do like a quick like look down here, I guess, which is we did not hit the track well. We didn't even get that last TP. We did hit the pass tiles well, so that was part of our game plan. We didn't get Earth 1, so obviously like we could have gotten 3, 4 more points with the right TP at the end there. And yeah, we just kind of played a really kind of like protect our points where we can type of game. Well, if there's a way to avoid Sanctuary, yeah, the Sanctuary scored me 5 points though, right? Like, am I that sad about building this Sanctuary? I would have needed a bridge or like an expensive dig. Like, really, if I had dug C4 and built B5 and A11, that might have been like a different route that we could have gone, but that's not the line that we explored. And maybe like there's like a Sanctuary town over here in the west instead. That could have been the way, but that wasn't it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. Bit of a disappointment, but you know, it happens. Nasty color wheel, strong players. So yeah, this appears to be our sign to sign off. Thanks everyone. See you next time.